Hello, everyone, and welcome. Thank you for joining me today. My name is Tony Glasgow, and I'll be your host. And today, this is an historic episode for me, and I'll get into that in just a minute. First, let me remind you to click the subscribe button and leave a comment down below. Tell me how I'm doing. And if you're listening on your favorite podcast player, make sure to download this episode and save it for later, because this is one that you'll want to play over and over again. I mentioned that this is an historic episode for me, and the reason for that is because this is the first time I'm interviewing an active NCAA player, and his name is David Williams Jr., and he plays for the University of Central Oklahoma. He's a safety, and he's going into his senior season coming up this year, in 2025. If you watched the episode right after Thanksgiving of last year, I interviewed his brother Paxton Williams, who goes to Denton Guyer, plays for the Wildcats. So football's in their family. Let me tell you just a little bit about David before we get started with the interview. He's a 6 foot, 205 pound safety. He wears number 24. And in his 1 year at UCO, he's played in 12 games, 2 interceptions. He's got 45 tackles, 15 assists, 3 forced fumbles, and 1 fumble recovery. So he was very, very active on the defensive side of the ball. He was also named Defensive Athlete of the Year for his conference. So going into his senior season is going to be really exciting to watch him and see exactly how he plays and what he does. So we'll definitely keep an eye on him throughout that season. So let's go ahead and get into my talk with David, and we'll see you guys on the other side. You originally are from Robinson, Texas. That's a little bit pretty close to where I grew up. I grew up in Waco, went to La Vega and everything. And you mentioned earlier that La Vega and Conley and all those schools were in your district before. So tell us a little bit about the team and how the season went, all your varsity time that you played.
Okay, well, I went through a lot of coaching changes, I would say. So my freshman year, we went undefeated and on the freshman team. My sophomore year is when I got the call up to varsity, and we had a new defensive coordinator. And then the very next year, that was pretty good. Actually, my sophomore year, I ended up tearing my ACL.
Oh, no.
I ended up tearing it in fall camp. And so I set out that season, came back my junior season, and we were underneath the whole new coaching change. So his name was Robert Rubel. He was actually a kind of hard coach, but looking back on it now, I really appreciate everything that he was trying to instill in us at a young age. I just was so caught up in being the big man on campus that I wasn't ready to accept what he was actually preaching, which is part of my fault. That's why I didn't know what to say when you asked me a while ago how good we were as a team. Like we had some players, a lot of our guys really were baseball dudes, but my time on varsity was fun. We went to the second round of the playoffs my junior year. And then my senior year, I got moved to corner from linebacker, and that's when my whole DB journey started. I ended up running like a 4.3 at a UMHB camp, 4.37 at a UMHB camp. And ever since then, I was like, man, I want to do this DB stuff. I actually enjoy guarding people. I get real competitive out there.
Yeah. Man, that 4.3, I'm sure that turns some heads. That get you a lot of attention just by running that one time or a few times. That's a consistent, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the person who actually clocked me was from Texas Tech. So he invited me right there to their camp. And it was like, I'm not going to say he was selling me a dream, but it just didn't happen. It wasn't my journey. Yeah.
So tell us how you ended up at University of Central Oklahoma then.
Okay. I ended up at University of Central Oklahoma by way of Cisco. I actually went there. It's a very small town. The only thing you're going to see out there is probably some tumbleweeds right outside of Abilene. And it was, I would say Cisco is probably the most I've ever enjoyed college. Like I'm a small town kid. I enjoy the small town, and we all lived in the same building. There was the football players were the only ones who lived down the hill. And it was just so fun meeting all these new guys and building a relationship with them as brothers, because we were all there with the same goal, and that goal was to get out.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, actually, UCO came to our school, and they didn't even come to see me. They were there recruiting one of our cornerbacks and another one of our safeties. And my coach just happened to tell them, like, hey, I got another guy who I think y'all might like. And hell, they liked me, and they gave me the offer like the next day.
Okay. That's a key thing to know for young players that are even at the high school level. If you're, performing and someone comes in to see someone else, you may have an outstanding game or just play your regular game, and they'll, have attention to you. They'll start looking at you and start looking. So you've always got to be on point. You've always got to do everything that you do normally, even though no one's watching, or if someone's watching. That's a good point. I'm glad you brought that up. So you, I don't want to say accidentally got seen, but you got seen by someone that wasn't actually looking to see you. So what was that pitch like? Can you give some of the young guys just that have never been through that, just kind of give them what the pitch was like and how what they said to make you actually go there?
Well, it was like they honestly just like, they welcome you, like I said, but it's more of like, hey man, we want you. Hey man, look at our facilities. They show you everything that you could have. And then you basically, if you have other options, you compare what they have the possibility of giving you based on your opportunities over here. Mm-hmm. And to me, they have, in my opinion, they have way better facilities than a lot of D1s. We have a good nutrition plan. They take care of us. We have top tier trainers in there. Our field is awesome. Like I'm a D2 football player, and we have a waterfall at my stadium.
Oh yeah,
it's pretty lit.
Right.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. The guy, his name's Chad Richardson. He's actually the guy who invented. I think it's SoFi.
Okay. Yeah. His finance company, I think, something like that.
Yes, it's something like, you might have to fact check me on that, but it's something like that.
Yeah.
If you look up his name, Chad Richardson, he played football and he was a wrestler at my school.
Right.
And the crazy thing about school is, like, we have wrestling, we have ice hockey, and like all of those sports compete in the Division I FBS level.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, you wouldn't think. I mean, hockey's down here in Texas, but then you don't really think of hockey when you think of Oklahoma. So that's pretty awesome. Mm-hmm. You guys have those type of programs. What other athletic programs are there that are kind of in the spotlight?
Our volleyball team actually just went to I think they went to the Elite Eight, the Elite Eight. Well, that's kind of a tongue twister, but yes, they went to the Elite Eight. All of our fall sports this year had a really good season. Our soccer team is actually really good. Our volleyball team is really good. Our football team is new and coming, but we're going to be really good. And our wrestling team is established greatness. They win national championships year after year after year after year. Okay. Our hockey team is the exact same way.
Yeah. All right. Sounds like there's a lot of good things going on up there. So tell me what the daily life is like for you once you wake up in season. So when you're in season compared to off season, mm-hmm. give us a little bit example of both.
Okay. So in season, I wake up, I eat breakfast, I go to class. Right after class, I go to the training room, work out any nicks and knacks that I have going on with my body. Then we go straight into weightlifting, and we lift on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And every other day, we usually just go out to the field, and we'll have meetings before practice, every single practice. So some days we lift, some days we don't. But on the days that we lift, I go to the training room, knock those nicks out, go lift, get done with my lift, drink my protein, get straight up to the meeting. We have a meeting, a team meeting, and then we go into position meetings. And then from there, we have early outs, which is about an hour, 45 minutes before practice. And we all usually just kind of chill out in the locker room until then we get out to the field and it's practice time.
Okay. All right. So in season after practice, what's that like? Is it just free time? You can kind of go do what you need to do?
Mm-hmm. So after practice, I usually like to eat. I try to knock out some of my homework when I get the chance to, or I'll go hang out with one of my friends.
Mm-hmm. All right. So now let's compare that to off season, your daily schedule and all. Just kind of run through that.
Mm-hmm. So off season before OTAs, we usually just working out and team running and stuff like that. We may have an occasional meeting here or there, but outside of that, it's basically just you focusing on school and you're also working out. It's honestly a win-win. It's kind of fun. You get away from home. You're also with your family away from home, and you're just getting better as a team, building that what's it called? Chemistry.
Yeah. That's very important to have a team, because you have to know the person next to you. You have to know that they're as dedicated as you, and they're going to be where they're supposed to be when you're, especially on defense. It's very important. So let's get into. I have highlights of you, and man, I can tell you're just old school headhunter, man. You love to make that contact. I can tell by that. I watched it a couple times and I was like, man, this dude, he's really going after people. So what drives you to do that? You just like that hit, or you just have that in you where you like don't want anybody to catch anything on you? You don't want anybody to do anything on you.
It's more like a drive. Like my dad always told me, like, he's like, either you're going to get hit or you're going to deliver the hit. And I've always stood next to that, and I want to be the guy who delivers the hit. I don't want to never take it.
Yeah.
And then from the guarding standpoint, really all I think about is what my team needs down and distance and what I need to do to secure the job.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this. It's kind of it's either or. So what makes you more upset, when a quarterback scrambles on you or the defense, or if a receiver makes a good catch? I mean, you have good coverage and they still make the catch. Which one makes you the maddest?
I would say the QB break and contain. I would say that probably makes me the most upset. I've actually put a pretty good lick on the QB when he broke and contained.
Yeah.
It was actually at the end of the game. It kind of helped us out a little bit. But yeah, I'm not gonna necessarily say I hate them both, but I don't really like getting the ball caught on me. But if someone else gets the ball caught on them, I don't really trip on it too much, because that could be me the very next play.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm not saying mad at your teammates or anything, but just internally, you're like, man, how dare that quarterback run on me, or how dare him catch a ball on me, like that. But that's definitely. Yeah.
Receiver for sure. I like to peanut punch people, and I've caught myself swinging at a few people out when they caught the ball on me. Yeah. I swing at them hard.
Yeah, that punch can kind of seem like a real punch too, if you don't know what's going on, So let's talk about your future. What would you like to do in the future? Are you planning on trying to go to some NFL camps, or you want to go further, or what's the future for you looking like?
Yes, my whole goal, my whole life has been to play at the next level.
Yeah. And
right now, I've achieved that from high school, and I want to achieve that from college now.
Okay. All right. So what does that road look like for you, as far as at what point do you get serious as far as getting an agent?
I'll probably have to do some more deep diving into that. But as of right now, I really have no idea.
Is there going to be a divisional change? A conference change coming up, or you still have the same conferences coming up season?
Yes, sir. We have the same conference. Our region did just go through a change, though. We now are in the same region as like UTB, UTPB, like the Lone Star, the GAC. We're in their region now, so we'll be playing. We'll have to see Ouachita Baptist again, but we're in that region now.
That highlight reel that your dad sent me, where is that available? Is there a link that I can give people in the description?
Yes, okay. If you go to my Twitter, I posted it on my Twitter.
I appreciate you joining me, and I wish you luck in the future. I'm going to be keeping up with you. Your dad's going to be for sure sending me highlights and let me know what's going on with that. So, you have any final words you want to say to anyone out there?
Yeah, man. Keep faith in God and stay on the mission. Charlie Mike.
Yeah. All right. I appreciate it. Well, you be safe going back, and do your little routine that you do, and then we'll keep up with you and see how it's going, man. I appreciate you joining me.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
All right. That was a great interview with David. Thank you, David, for coming on. And I want to thank you for listening, and I hope you found that it was informative. If you want to check out David's highlights, there's a link in the description, and it'll show you all the things that he's done in the past season. You'll see the hard hits, the tackles, and the PBUs that he had. So check that out. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.